In 1998, 5 travelers entered the jungle together. They thought they were prepared. They thought maps, compasses, and courage were enough. But one wrong turn changed everything. The descent, the boat engine coughed against the swollen river. Mist rose from the surface, curling like white fingers toward the canopy. Another hour, maybe less, said Marcus Heil. Their guide, as he wiped sweat from his forehead. A former soldier, his face was hardened by scars and sun. Across from him sat Lena Cruz, a documentary filmmaker with restless eyes. She filmed every corner of the rainforest, determined to capture its mystery. Next to her, Dr. Adrian Cole, an archaeologist obsessed with lost civilizations. Scribbled notes furiously in his weathered journal. Beside him, Ethan Ward, a photographer in his 20s, leaned dangerously over the boat edge. Snapping shots of Cameron sliding into the water. And finally at the back sat Sofia Moreno, a quiet botanist with knowledge of plants that could heal or kill. The river narrowed, pushing them deeper into the lungs of the earth. "You sure about this route?" Lena asked, adjusting her camera. Marcus frowned at the compass. "It's the fastest way to base camp." "Don't worry, I've been here before." But his eyes betrayed doubt. The wrong turn hours later, the river forked. The left path was wide open, bathed in weak sunlight. The right was narrower, darker, with vines drooping low left, Sophia whispered. Marcus hesitated. His map suggested right. Something in him resisted, but pride guided his decision. "We go right." The boat drifted into the shadow channel. The canopy closed above them, blotting out the sun. The river grew sluggish, clogged with roots. Strange birds shrieked from unseen perches. "Feels wrong," Ethan muttered. He lowered his camera. No one answered. By nightfall, they realized the truth. The path Marcus had chosen was not on any map. Nightfall, they made camp on a patch of dry ground. The jungle never slept. Cicadas buzzed, frogs croaked. An unseen creature slithered through the brush. Lena filmed their small fire, whispering commentary. Day 1. Lost already, morale low. Ethan chuckled nervously. Feels like the start of a horror movie. Marcus didn't laugh. He sharpened his mèche eyes, scanning the darkness. Somewhere beyond the firelight, something moved. Leaves shifted, branches cracked. Sophia stiffened. We're being watched. Adrian scoffed. Jaguars, maybe. Nothing else out here. But Marcus's hand never left the machete. That night, Lena dreamed of eyes. Hundreds of glowing eyes staring through the trees. When she woke, the fire was nearly out and Marcus was gone. The first sign, they found him at dawn, crouched at the riverbank, staring at carvings etched into a stone. "What the hell?" Adrian whispered. The markings spiraled into symbols no one recognized. "Tribal?" Ethan asked, raising his camera. Adrian shook his head. "Older. Much older. I've seen fragments of this language in Peruvian ruins. This shouldn't be here." Sophia ran her hand over the symbols. "It feels warm." Marcus stood abruptly. "We keep moving. Time now." But as they packed, Lena noticed something. Around the carvings, the earth was littered with bones. Small, human. The forest titan's hours blurred as they hacked through vines. The air grew thick, choking, as if the jungle itself resisted them. Ethan stumbled, snapping his ankle against a root. He cursed loudly. "Shut up!" Marcus barked. "Why?" Ethan snapped back. "So the trees don't get mad. Because we're not alone." Marcus whispered. A low whistle drifted through the jungle. Not birdsong. Human. Answered by another whistle farther away. Then another. They froze. "Locals?" Adrian whispered. Marcus's face darkened. "If it is, they don't want us here." The whistling grew louder, circling them. Then, just as suddenly, silence. The vanishing that night, Adrian disappeared. One moment he was sketching the carvings they had seen. To the next, gone, his pack lay untouched. His journal remained by the fire. They searched until dawn. No trail, no footprints, just jungle. Lena replayed footage from her camera. In one clip, Adrian sat by the fire, muttering. A shadow shifted behind him, not human. Too tall, too thin. Its head crooked at an impossible angle. Then static. Jesus Christ, Lena whispered, slamming the camera shut. Marcus's face was pale. "We move. Now." The hollow village. By midday, they stumbled into a clearing. An abandoned village stood before them. Huts, rotting totems toppled. The air stank of decay. Flies swarmed. Inside one hut, Sophia found a diary, its pages smeared with mud. She translated slowly. They came from the river, eyes like fire. Took the children first. Then the hunters. Then silence. "Who wrote it?" Ethan asked. Sophia looked at the last page. A single word scrawled in red TR-base. Too late. Marcus muttered. The hunt night returned heavy and suffocating. The fire barely held back the darkness. Whistles came again, closer. Ethan shook as he clutched his camera. "They're playing with us." Branches snapped. Shapes flickered just outside the light, thin, elongated figures, the movements jerky, unnatural. One step closer. Its eyes glowed amber, its mouth too wide. Sophia gasped. "Not human," the creature screeched. From the trees, dozens answered. Chaos erupted. Marcus swung his machete. Lena dragged Sophia through the brush. Ethan dropped his camera. Screaming as the creatures swarmed. The jungle devoured them whole. Blood and ash they ran until their lungs burned. Finally, They collapsed near a swamp, mud sucking at their boots. Only three remained, Marcus, Lena and Sophia. Ethan's scream still echoed in Lena's ears. Marcus panted. We need to reach the river. Only way out. Sophia pointed at strange carved into nearby trees, same spirals as before. We're going deeper. They're leading us. Who? Lena asked. Sophia's eyes were hollow. The ones who lived here before men. Marcus spat. Fairy tales. But in his hand, the machete trembled. The shrine at dawn, they stumbled into another clearing. At its center stood a black stone shrine, slick with moss. Bones circled it like an offering. The carvings glowed faintly, pulsing like veins. Sophia approached entrance. Lena grabbed her. Don't touch it. But Marcus's eyes locked on the shrine. His face slackened as if in a trance. He stepped forward. Marcus! Lena shouted. Time. He dropped his machete and placed both hands on the stone. His scream tore the jungle apart. His body convulsed, then stiffened. His eyes burned amber. When he turned back to them, Tani was no longer Marcus. Chapter 11, Possession Runner whispered. Marcus, or what wore his body, smiled with jagged teeth. His voice was layered, human, and not. Time. You took the wrong turn. Now you belong to us. Sophia screamed, dragging Lena into the jungle behind them. Footsteps followed. Too fast. Too many. Lena's camera slammed against her chest as she ran in its cracked screen. She caught flashes of figures in the trees. Hundreds moving in unison. They weren't running from Marcus. They were running towards something worse. The last survivor by nightfall. Sophia could barely stand. Her breaths rattled. She whispered. We have to, Lena said. But the jungle thickened. The air tasted of blood. The whistling returned, surrounding them. Sophia collapsed. Thin figures with glowing eyes. One reached for her. Go! Sophia screamed at Lena. Run! Lena hesitated, then obeyed. Her last glimpse of Sophia was her being dragged into the dark, her screams cut short. Chapter 13, the river. Lena stumbled blindly until the trees parted. The river. Finally, time. She rushed toward the bank, laughing, sobbing. A canoe floated nearby, half rotten but usable. She shoved it into the water, climbing in. The current carried her away. For hours, time, she drifted. The jungle receded. Relief flooded her. Then she looked into the water. Reflected back at her were eyes. Dozens of amber eyes staring from beneath the surface. The water rippled. Pale hands rose. Figures crawled from the river itself, climbing into the canoe. Lena screamed as they pulled her under. Epilogue. Weeks later, a search team found the boat drifting empty along the Amazon. Inside, they discovered a single object, Lena's camera. The final recording showed her face, terrified, whisperings, we took the wrong turn and now the jungle won't let us leave. Static, then eyes in the darkness. The tape ended there.